Hi, my name's Tim Cruz, and for the last 19 years, I've had the honor to serve as the District Attorney for Plymouth County. Each day, our office works tirelessly to pursue justice. Each decision and action we take is made with the understanding that our job is to create and restore relationships. Justice is about building unified and healthy communities, and we perform our job with the utmost sincerity. We embrace the greater moral duties of being a prosecutor. As a representative of the people, we hold ourselves to the highest standards of fairness, integrity, and fidelity to the communities that we serve. While the majority of our time is focused on overseeing about 20,000 prosecutions a year, we recognize the broader duty to not only prosecute crime, but also to use our resources and partnerships to prevent it. At the end of the day, our job is to protect the community, and the best way to protect it is to ensure the healthy development of the next generation. It's imperative that we invest in trauma-sensitive best practices. During my time as DA, I have made trauma sensitivity and the education of adverse childhood experiences a priority. Over the years, we've dedicated our time and resources to implement trauma-sensitive trainings for schools and police. We partner with agencies like the United Way of Greater Plymouth County to work with drug-exposed children, and with High Point Treatment Centers Collaborative to help children in Plymouth County build resiliency. We also operate our own Children's Advocacy Center and secure funding to sustain our efforts. Progress starts with education and awareness. I hope you find this video informative and practical. Our goal is to help our educators, police officers, hospitals, and service providers add tools to their tool belt. For more information, please visit our website, Handle with Care Massachusetts, at PlymouthDA.com. Thank you for the work that you do to make Plymouth County a safer and supportive environment for our children to learn and grow.
Hi, we're here today to talk to you about a program called Handle with Care. Handle with Care is a program about helping children succeed every day to the very best of their ability in and out of the classroom. Often, when law enforcement respond to a call, children are present. If that child meets the criteria for Child Protective Services victimization, you will make that mandated report.
It's really easy. Monday through Friday, 8:45 a.m. to 5 p.m., contact the DCF office covering the town where the child lives. Brockton area, dial 508-894-3700. Plymouth area, 508-732-6200. After hours and weekends, call Child at Risk Hotline, 800-792-5200.
But what about the rest of the kids that don't meet that threshold of victimization? The ones that are traumatized from witnessing the domestic violence, the drug deals, the assaults. Oftentimes, even your presence is enough to traumatize a child for fear they'll be taken away or maybe their parents will be arrested. These are the children who are in school the next day without their homework, doing poorly on tests, withdrawn to the point where no one can get their attention, and acting out verbally and physically in the classroom. They are the children who get further and further behind in school, who end up skipping school, getting into trouble, and meeting one of you. These are the drug-endangered children of drug-endangered children, and the cycle continues. Handle with Care has a different approach to responding to these children. Handle with Care is a very simple 3-part program that can only happen when law enforcement initiates it. You are the caring adult who puts the process into motion. Handle with Care provides the school or child care agency with a heads up from law enforcement when a child has been identified at the scene of a traumatic event. It could be a meth lab explosion, a domestic violence situation, a shooting in the neighborhood, witnessing a malicious wounding, a drug raid at the home. Police are trained to identify children at the scene, find out where they go to school or daycare, and send the school or agency a confidential notice that simply says, "Handle this child with care." That's it. No other details are given.
Take the child's name, grade, and school they attend at the scene. Pass this information along to the designated contact in the police department. Contact is made with the school by email or text. Only the child's name and the words "Handle with Care" are shared with the school staff. Privacy is protected by not sharing details of the incident.
In addition to providing notices, officers also build positive relationships with students. By interacting on a regular basis, they visit the classroom, stop by for lunch, and simply chat with the students to help promote positive relationships and perceptions of officers. When the notice arrives at the school, it arrives at the school before the start of the next school day. It is on a need-to-know basis only. It does not stay in the child's permanent record. It includes child care serving agencies. School internal handle with care notices are very beneficial, and it does not mean that you approach the child. So what happens when the notice hits the school? Teachers and all staff are being trained on the impact of trauma on learning and incorporating many interventions to mitigate the negative impact of trauma for identified students, including sending students to the clinic to rest when a handle with care notice has been received and the child is having trouble staying awake or focusing, reteaching lessons, postponing testing, small group counseling by school counselors, and referrals to counseling, social services, and advocacy programs. The school has also implemented many school-wide interventions to help create a trauma-sensitive schools, such as greeters at the door to welcome the children, pairing students with an adult mentor in the school, utilizing a therapy dog, or thumbs up and thumbs down to indicate if a student is having a good day or a bad day. This is a whole school approach and includes all school staff. Who is the first school employee the child usually sees in the morning? It's the bus driver. Many communities include the bus driver on the notice, so cooks, custodians, teachers' aides, secretaries, school nurses, attendance directors, as well as teachers and principals are all included in the training.
The student may be evaluated by the school counselor. In-school interventions such as resting in the nurse's office, homework exemptions or extensions, delay in testing, and/or assistance with basic needs can be employed. If additional counseling is needed, the school counselor can follow up. If counseling needs are greater than the school counselor can manage, an outside agency may be contacted. For assistance with additional counseling needs, schools can contact their local Family Resource Center.
The opioid crisis hitting our communities is devastating on so many different levels. To law enforcement, it means more crime and arrests. To EMS, it means overdoses and naloxone. To public health, it means increases in hepatitis B and C and HIV. To CPS, it means more removals of children. But where it is really blowing up is in the classroom. It may not be your child disrupting the class, but your child is probably sitting next to a child disrupting the class, and the teacher is spending all their time redirecting the behavior. Model Handle with Care programs promote safe and supportive homes, schools, and communities that protect children and help traumatized children heal and thrive. Handle with Care promotes school-community partnerships aimed at ensuring that children who are exposed to trauma in their home, school, or community receive appropriate interventions to help them achieve academically at their highest level despite whatever traumatic experiences they may have endured. The ultimate goal of Handle with Care is to help students succeed in school, regardless of the source of the trauma. The common thread for effective intervention is the school or child care agency. Research now shows that trauma can undermine children's ability to learn, form relationships, and function appropriately in the classroom. Handle with Care programs support children exposed to trauma and violence through improved communication and collaboration between law enforcement, schools and child care agencies, and mental health providers, and connects families and schools and communities to mental health services. Success in school is success in life. Prisons are filled with people who never graduated from high school. You can change the course of a child's life by simply sending a notice to the school with 3 simple words: Handle with Care.